Welcome everyone. It was so lovely to see a lot of you back in class in person over the last few weeks. But unfortunately, we're back down into another lockdown. So I thought it was time to make a few fresh videos to keep you all interested and practicing yoga. So today's session is going to focus on neck, shoulders and upper back. So these are the areas where a lot of us hold our tension consciously and unconsciously. It's a kind of attention we build up from our daily activities, maybe sitting at a desk or a computer, even housework, different activities. So this is going to be our focus for today. So I'm going to get you to start with lying down onto your mats. So lie down with your knees bent. If you can, just bend the elbows and open out the chest and the shoulders. Now, if this doesn't feel comfortable, feel free to just bring the hands like so away from the body with the palms facing upwards. So whichever version feels better in your back. Now very gently just turn your head slowly from side to side. Just easing out your neck. Coming back to center, take your hands behind your head now and interlace your fingers. Again, we'll keep the elbows nice and wide, chest open. Inhale, gently arch your back. Exhale, flatten. And then we're going to lift, or we're going to keep the elbows wide and just direct the chest up towards the ceiling. It's a small movement. You can tuck your chin in and slowly come down. Inhale, arch. Exhale, flatten. Lift the head and chest. And slowly down. One more. Inhale, arch. Exhale, flatten. And lift. And slowly coming down again. Release your arms out wide. Palms facing upwards. Draw the knees in towards you. And just drop the knees over towards the right. Now you have a choice here. You can hover the knees to engage the core, or you can just drop the knees all the way to the floor. Now gently turn your head back to the left. Bring the head back to center, draw the knees to center, and we'll do the opposite. So knees either hovering above the floor on your left or dropping all the way down, and head begins to rotate to the right. So we'll just hold this for a few breaths, so don't forget to breathe. And then slowly rolling back into the center, hug the knees in for a moment. Just make a few little circles. From here, roll over onto your right side. Push yourself slowly up into a seated position. So coming to sit in a comfortable cross-leg position, or you can kneel. Rest your hands just on your knees or your thighs. So we're going to work with the breath now. As you inhale, roll the shoulders up. And as you exhale, take them back and down. And again, inhale, shoulders up. Exhale, down. And one more, inhale up. And exhale, down. We're going to reverse it. Inhale up and exhale forward and down. Inhale up. Exhale forward and down. And again, inhale. Exhale forward and down. So now place your hands on your fingertips, on your shoulders. We're going to bring the elbows in towards each other and then bring them all the way back and down. So nice slow circles. If you can, touch the elbows against each other. Not to worry if they don't meet. And this time when you come, go the opposite way. So out and back and meet in the middle. And one more. And release the hands down. So I'm going to just turn sideways to demonstrate the next one. You can stay cross-legged. You can change the cross of the legs if you like. Just bring your fingertips behind you. Sitting nice and tall, just drop the right ear towards the right shoulder. So let the weight of your head just bring your ear down. Come back to center, left ear towards the left shoulder. Back to center again, dropping one more time to the right. Back to center and dropping to the left. And slowly come back again. Now I'm going to turn back one more time to face you. Inhale your arms up and then once again interlace the hands at the back of your neck. Inhale, and as you exhale, bring the elbows towards you and drop the head. Inhale up, open the chest. Exhale, bring the elbows in and drop the chin. And one more time, inhale up and exhale down. And inhale up and release the hands down. Lovely. So take your right hand out away from you, lean over into it, take the left hand over, and if you can, bring it all the way over your head towards your ear. Leaning right over now to the right side. Getting a nice stretch on the side of the body. And back up and we'll go to the other side. So over to the left, left hand down. Take the right hand over towards the left ear. If this is too much for you, you can just keep the hand here, or you can bring it up, or just onto the top of the head. So there's lots of variations. And again, just nice stretch on the right side of the body. And slowly coming back up again. So from here, we're going to swing the legs back. Bring the knees wide and the big toes to touch, and just take your first child pose. So sit back towards your heels, bring your hands in front, and just let your head release. Now, as always, if you need to support your head, you can bring the hands under the forehead, or you can stack one fist on top of the other, or if you happen to have a yoga block, you can use that. So from here, we're going to come back up onto all fours. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Swing the right arm up and then thread the needle, take the right arm underneath. You can just keep your left hand on the floor. And if you wanted to challenge yourself, you can take the left leg back, curling the toes under. Again, if this affects your balance, stay on the two knees. And coming back down, we'll push back up onto all fours. Left arm up. Give it a good stretch. Sweep it underneath. Thread the needle. Stay here, or take the right leg back and curl the toes under. And then slowly coming back up onto all fours. Walk your hands back towards your knees and up onto your hips. Step your right foot forward. Let yourself come forward now into a lunge. So if the knee comes beyond the ankle, that's fine. Let it do that. And then arms up. Hands behind, interlace the fingers. Again, draw the shoulder blades together, open the chest. Bring the hands down. Step back onto both knees, coming back up to an upright kneeling. Left foot forward. And again, just let yourself sink into that lunge. And just because we're focusing on shoulders and neck and upper back doesn't mean that we're not going to engage other parts of the body like the hips, the waist, the core. Inhale the arms up. Exhale the arms behind, and again, squeeze those shoulder blades together. Open the chest. Bring the hands back to the floor. This time curl your right foot under and step your left foot back and come into downward facing dog. So step the feet a little bit wide, maybe shorten the stance a little, and lift up and down off your toes. And then we'll just stretch back a little into the heels. Let the head and the neck release and engage the shoulders here a little bit more. And now bend your knees and slowly walk your feet forward towards your hands. Feet hip distance apart, bend the knees deeply, take the elbows. Let the head and neck go and give the head a little shake from side to side. Shake out all that tension. Place the hands on the hips, press into the feet and slowly come all the way back up. So come to stand at the top of your mat now, feet hip distance apart. Inhale both arms up. Exhale the arms out. Take them behind and once again, interlace the fingers. Now when you're doing this time, don't stick the bum out and let the tummy just come forward. Tuck the tailbone, draw the navel in. So you're engaging everything here. And then release the hands out wide once again. And we're just going to do a few rotations from the shoulders. Now we'll keep it simple. We'll do both the same direction rather than doing alternate. And then bring the hands back down. So taking your right hand up, soften the knees and stretch over to the left. Slowly come back. Take the left hand up, soften the knees and stretch over to your right. And slowly coming back up once again. We'll just roll those shoulders out nice and slowly. And then come forward. Lovely. So just give everything a little bit of a shake out and we're ready to move on to our sun salutations. So we're going to step to the top of the mats, spreading the toes and pressing down into the four corners of your feet. Now we begin to engage the legs as you lift up on your kneecaps, your thigh muscles, engaging your bandhas, mula bandha and uddiyana bandha. Roll those shoulders up, back and down one more time. Extend into the fingertips. Hands to heart center will begin the Ujjayi breath. Release the hands down by your side. Inhale, take your palms out, reach up. Exhale as you fold, hands to the floor. So you can soften the knees if you need to. Inhale, look out, flat back. Hands flat, step back to plank. We'll drop to the knees, to the chest, to the chin and come all the way down to the floor. Bring your arms out wide. Inhale, lift your head and chest. Now, if you want to, you can lift the hands as well to challenge yourself a little more, or keep the hands on the floor. Place the hands under your shoulders, push back up onto all fours. Curl the toes under, downward facing dog. So spread the fingers and then let the head and neck release. If you need to have your knees softened a little, you can. Exhale, inhale, look forward. Step your right and your left foot up. Half lift, look out. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up. And exhaling back into Tadasana. Once again, inhale, take the palms out, reach up. Exhale as you fold, hands to the floor. Inhale, look out, half lift. Hands flat, stepping to plank. This time you can drop to the knees, chest, chin, or you can take Chaturanga. Inhaling up into Cobra. And this time we're going to take the arms behind, interlace the fingers, lift the arms if you can, or just sit them on the lower back. Release your hands under your shoulders, push back up onto all fours. Curl the toes under, downward facing dog. Feet now just hip distance apart. Spreading the fingers and putting a little bit more weight into the base of the thumb and the index finger. And then we'll just release the head and the neck as we breathe.
Exhale fully. Inhale, look forward. Step or hop your feet to your hands. Half lift, look out. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up. And exhaling back into Tadasana. So ready to move on to Surya Namaskara B. Step back to the front of your mat. Find your Tadasana one more time. Bend your knees. Sweep your fingers against the mat. Utkatasana. Exhale as you fold. Hands to the floor. Inhale, look out, half lift. Hands flat, step to plank. Dropping to knees, chest, chin or chaturanga. Inhaling cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale into a downward dog. Right leg back, knee to chest, right foot forward. Stay on the toes of the back foot and come up. And then we're just going to come into cactus arms again, opening the chest, releasing the shoulders. Exhale the hands to the floor, step into plank. Dropping knees, chest, chin or chaturanga. Inhaling, cobra upward dog. Roll over the toes to downward dog. Left leg back, knee to chest, left foot forward, and again press into that back foot, heel lifted. Get your balance. Arms up, inhale. Exhale, hands to the floor and step to plank. Dropping knees, chest, chin or chaturanga. Inhaling, cobra, upward dog. Exhale, into downward dog. So at this stage, if you're getting a bit tired, feel free to take a child pose. And whether you're in child pose or downward dog, now just come back to the breath. Inhaling and exhaling softly through your nose. Exhale fully. Inhale, look forward. Step or hop the feet to the hands. Flat back, look out. Exhale to fold. Bend the knees deeply. Sweep the fingers against the mat. Utkatasana. And exhaling back to Tadasana. So one more time. Bend your knees. Sweep your fingers against the floor. Utkatasana. Exhale as you fold. Hands to the floor. Inhale, look out, flat back. Hands flat, stepping to plank. Dropping knees, chest, chin or chaturanga. Inhaling, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, roll over the toes, downward dog. Right leg back. Knee to chest. Right foot forward. And this time we'll flatten the back foot. So swivel the left heel in and flatten the foot. Again, get your balance. Now we're going to bring the hands in front, bend the elbows. Left on top, right underneath into eagle arms. So you could be palms back to back, or you might be taking the left thumb with the right hand. Bend deeply into the front thigh and straighten up on the back leg. If you want to, you can lift those elbows a little more. Release the hands. Hands to the floor. Step to plank. Dropping knees, chest, chin or chaturanga. Inhaling cobra or upward dog. Exhale to downward dog. Left leg back. Knee to chest. Left foot forward, swivel the right heel in. And we'll come up. So once again, get the balance. Hands in front, bend the elbows. This time the right comes on top, left underneath. And again, see if you can lift the elbows. If that's too much, bring them back down in towards the chest. So make any adjustments for yourself. Release the hands to the floor. Stepping back to plank. Dropping knees, chest, chin or chaturanga. Inhaling cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So once again, we'll focus on the breath here. And when you think of it, exhale and draw the navel up towards the spine. Just engage the Uddiyana Bandha. Let the head and the neck release. And feel the shoulders releasing here as well as you push the hips back, lifting the hips higher. Exhale fully. Inhale, look forward. Step or hop your feet to your hands. Now, we're going to bend the knees. Bring your hands to your hips and just come up here with bent knees. Cross your right leg over your left. So you can keep the right foot on the floor. We're going to bring the hands in front, bend the elbows once again. The left is going to go on top, on the right underneath, and you're coming into a version of eagle. So for now, we're keeping the right foot just on the outside edge of the left. If you want to challenge yourself, maybe you can wrap that right foot around the left shin, or calf, I should say. Sink low. Slowly coming up, release the legs, release the arms. So we have to do the other side. I'm just going to turn around here. Bend the knees once again. Cross the left foot outside the right. So again, you can stay here, hands in front. Right comes on top, left underneath. And then if you want to come into the full balance, wrap that foot around your lower calf. Again, see if you can lift the elbows. Remember, it's perfectly okay to have that foot on the ground. You feel a bit more stable because the focus is about the upper body and the elbows. So release and come back to stand at the top of your mat in Tadasana. So take a breath here for a moment. Bring the hands onto the hips. This time we're going to step wide with the legs, turning your right foot out and your left foot in for Trikonasana. Inhale, both arms up. Extend over the right leg, now right hand down. And we're going to take the left hand either just behind the head, or you can take it around the back of your waist, maybe creeping the fingers towards the top of your right thigh. So remember, you have lots of variations here. You could have the hand just on the hip. You can have your hand behind your head, or you can reach all the way around. So there's lots of options. Now bend your right knee and see if you can drop your right hand to the floor. Now again, this left hand can be anywhere here on the body. It can be up. Or if you want to try the bind, you can drop that right shoulder down, coming in underneath. And I'm just going to turn around for a moment just to demonstrate that so you know the bind if you want to do it. And if you have the bind, release it now. Slowly come up, and I'm just going to turn back to face you. Okay, to do the other side, feet wide once again. We're going to turn the left foot out and the right foot in. Inhale, both arms up. Extend to the left, left hand down, right hand comes up, and then we're going to bring it either behind the head, maybe just on the hip if you're restricted in the shoulder, or all the way around, somewhere behind your back or onto the top of your left thigh. Just keep your head in line with your body now. Bending that left knee, drop the left hand to the floor if you can. You can stay here like this. This is perfectly okay, or maybe hand up. Or if you want to come into the bind once again, drop the left shoulder down, take the left hand underneath and reach back with the right for your bind.
So not everybody's going to be in the bind. A lot of you are going to be more in this position or just hand behind. And then if you have the bind, release, taking your right hand back onto your hip, your left hand onto your thigh, slowly come up, and we'll turn the feet forward. Walking the feet in just a little bit. So we're going to take a wide leg forward bend. Rotate the big toes slightly in and the heels out. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, the arms behind, interlace the fingers, lift your chest. And inhale again, exhale. Slowly coming forward. Now, if you're restricted in the shoulders, sit the hands down onto the lower back. If not, let the arms come up and continue to fold towards the floor. Release your hands back down onto your hips. Soften your knees. Exhale fully. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, draw the navel in. And then continue to come up nice and slowly. No rush. All the way back up. Heel and toe your feet together. Give your legs a bit of a stretch. They've been working hard in the last few poses. So moving on to goddess pose. The feet are not quite so wide this time, maybe 1.5 to 2 feet. Heels in and toes out. Bend the knees. And again, you need to encourage your knees over your feet. Tilt the pelvis forward. Draw the navel in. Bring the hands up. Thumb and first finger together. And again, draw those shoulder blades slightly back towards each other. Open the chest. Sink a little lower if you can. Last breath. Inhale, straighten the legs, reach up for star pose. Reach up, open the fingers. Hands back to heart center. Walk the feet together. Take a breath. And stepping back to the top of your mats once again. Bring the hands onto the hips. Step back with your left foot. Now, not too far back, not too wide a stance. Walk the right foot out just a little bit. Arms out. So again, a few options here. Taking the hands behind to take the elbows. Or you can take reverse prayer if that's available to you. So whichever one is available. But again, you want to open up here. So even if you're only taking the wrists, you're still opening up here. So I'm going to take reverse prayer. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, slowly start to fold forward over that right leg. Now again, some of you might need to bend the right knee to soften. Draw the right hip back and the left hip forward. And then release the head and neck. So you want to try to keep your elbows lifting towards each other. If you're in reverse prayer, press the palms together, lift the elbows. Bending your right knee, bring your hands onto your hips if you like, and slowly come all the way up. So we're just going to rotate on the feet so that the left foot is forward, right foot is turning in, walk the left foot out just a little bit. So with the left foot forward, right foot turning in, left foot walked out a little bit to track the feet. So your hips are more or less squared. Reach out again with the arms. So you're going to take your wrists, your elbows, or again, reverse namaste if you can. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale as you come forward over the left leg. Soften the knee if you need to. And then folding forward, let the head and the neck release. Keep those elbows lifting. Back of the neck is free. All the time encouraging the left hip back and the right hip forward.
Slightly lift your head, bend your left knee. This time we're going to drop both hands to the ground and we're going to step back into downward facing dog. So once again, just walk your legs out. And then drop to your knees. Take a child pose. Walk your hands back towards your knees. Sit back onto the hips and roll over to come to seated. So, coming to sit now in Dandasana. Hands beside your hips, toes drawn back towards you, shoulders drawn back. Close your eyes for a moment and just breathe here. So as you open your eyes, bring your hands behind you with your fingers facing in towards you and start to point your toes away. As you inhale, press into the hands, lift the chest. You can keep the head, the chin down. And slowly release. So we're going to repeat that, and this time we're going to come into a back bend. So you can either just repeat this version, you can take the intermediate version, bending the knees and lifting up into tabletop, or you can take the full version of Purvottanasana by pointing the toes away, press into the feet and the hands and lift. And then slowly dropping the hips, bend the knees, wrap your hands around your shins and drop your head. So I'm just going to turn to face you once again. Now I'm going to take my feet wide, bring my hands into a prayer position either side. So the elbows are gently pressing against the knees, and then you're pressing backwards with the knees. And as you drop your hands to the floor, slowly start to walk the feet out. Walk your hands forward and come into a forward bend. So you can stay here with the knees bent, or you can begin to straighten the legs and keep creeping the hands forward. The choice is yours. Again, go as far, or just stay back here, or even stay here, gently bending forward. Play around with it. Slowly walk the hands back, bring the feet together and bend your right knee. So right foot comes to the outside of the left leg for a twist. We sit tall, bring the right hand behind, the left hand up. So if you can, bring that left elbow to the outside of your right knee and twist back to your right. Now if this feels too strong in the shoulders, just wrap it around the knee. Slowly come back to the front. We're going to step that right foot out, this time away from the left. We're going to bring the right elbow inside the right knee and the left hand comes behind as you twist back to the left for an open twist. Try to keep your left leg active with the toes pointing upwards. Inhale back to the front and stretch your right leg out. So I'm just going to turn around to do the other side. Bend your left knee, left foot to the outside of the right thigh. Sit tall for a moment. Left hand comes behind. Inhale the right hand up. Bring it down and bring the elbow to the outside of the knee if you can, or if not, just wrap. So all these twists do involve the shoulders quite a bit. So you're just twisting to the left
Don't worry about turning the neck too extremely. That can be quite harsh on the neck. So you can always keep your chin just over your collarbones. And again, just use the tension of the elbow against the knee to turn a little further. Inhale, come back to the front. Release the left leg out, so a bit of space between the left foot and the right leg. Bring the right hand behind you and the left elbow just gently against the inside of the left knee as you twist back to your right. Inhale, come back to the front. Stretch the left leg out. So bend both knees. Just hug the knees until you lift the feet for a moment. And then place the feet back on the mat. And in your own time, roll yourself down onto your back. Hug those knees in and have a few little circles, either rock side to side or make a few nice little circles at the base of your spine. Place the feet back on the mat. So feet in front of the hips, and you should be able to just about tip your heels with your fingers. So we're going to come into a moving bridge today, which involves the shoulders a little bit more. So as you press into your feet, lift your hips and lower back and begin to let the arms come up and over. So don't turn your head like I'm doing, just keep your head in the center. Slowly coming down. So try and bring the arms and the hips down more or less at the same time to touch the ground. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. And just last one, inhale, lift. See if we can come up a little bit higher this time with the hips and the back. And exhale slowly down once again. Draw the knees into the chest one more time. Rocking from side to side. So bring your arms out wide. Drop both knees over to the right and again let your head roll back to the left. Now I've run out of space here, but I just want to show you if you want to bring your left leg over and stretch it out in front, you can. Now bring the knees together once again, roll back into the center. And we're going to go to the other side. So knees over to the left. And again, you can see better here if I stretch out the right leg. You don't have to do this. And turn your head slowly to look over your right shoulder. Trying to keep the two shoulders on the ground if you can. Knees together, roll back into the center. Stretch your legs out, and we're going to finish with pentacle pose. So legs wide, bend the elbows once again if you can, and just lie in pentacle pose for a moment. You can close your eyes here if you like and just breathe. Bring the hands down by your side. Bring the legs together, bend your knees and roll over onto your side. Now if you want to, you can just stay on the ground, but you might need to get a blanket or a pillow or cushion to make yourself comfortable for Shavasana. So just take a moment to get ready for Shavasana. So time now to take a few minutes in Shavasana before we finish the practice. So find yourself a comfortable position on your back or maybe even on your side. So lie down, cover yourself with a blanket if you need to. Close your eyes. As you inhale, shrug your shoulders up towards your ears. And as you exhale, drop the shoulders down. This time, inhale, shrug the shoulders up, and then straighten out the arms and make fists, tensing all of the arms and the shoulders. And as you exhale, release. So release the shoulders, the arms, let the arms now drift out away from your body. Palms upwards. As you inhale, squeeze your buttocks together. As you exhale, release. As you inhale, curl your toes or draw the toes towards you, tensing the legs. And as you exhale, relax the legs. So if you're on your back, just let the feet come wide and let them flop out to the side. So just letting the body release into the floor. Soften through the jaw. And become aware of your breath. So exhaling fully through your nose. Inhaling into your belly. And then slowly feel the breath moving all the way up your body until you feel it's right up at your collarbones. And then take a long, slow exhale to release all that breath. Just take a small pause at the end of your exhale. And again, inhale from the belly, all the way up through the rib cage, the chest, to your collarbones. And slowly release that breath all the way down. So in your own time, take 3 more deep breaths like this. So after the next exhale, just let the breath settle once again. Just maybe wriggle around and settle your body a little bit deeper into your mat. So bring your awareness to the crown of your head, relaxing the scalp, the back of your head, the back of your neck. Relax your forehead, your eyebrows, your cheeks, your lips, your tongue, your chin and throat. So let the relaxation spread out through the shoulders and down through both arms to your fingertips. Now feel that relaxation flowing into the center of your chest, spreading out into the upper back and the shoulder blades, moving all the way down your spine to your tailbone. Soften through the rib cage, your upper abdomen and your lower abdomen. Relax all of your pelvis. And feel that relaxation flowing down your thighs, knees, shins and calves, ankles, heels, soles of your feet, tops of your feet, and into each one of your toes. Until you feel your whole body from head to toe is completely at rest. And now begin to let your awareness come back. Nice and slowly become aware of any sensations that you can feel in your body. How is your neck and shoulders? Are they feeling more released and relaxed? And then starting to introduce small movements into your fingers and toes, wrists and ankles. Gently turning your head from side to side, or maybe even nodding your head up and down. And then as you inhale, take a stretch, arms overhead, stretch the legs out. Hug your knees into you, rolling over onto your right side and taking 3 deep breaths. And then slowly push yourself to a seated position with the eyes still closed. Bring your hands to your heart center. Take a deep inhale through the nose as you open your eyes. And exhale. And one more time. Inhale. And exhale. Namaste. Thank you for your practice. And stay well until we meet again next time.